Welcome to video number 5 of the Reading and Use of English section. I call this video Read Text as if you were a voracious reader, dealing with reading part 5. As usual, let's get started with the objectives of this video. Number 1. What the test is about. 2. 5 rules of thumb. 3. The 2 most important warnings in this section. 4. Blueprint. Part 5 of the Reading and Use of English section for the FCE and the CAE exam. What the test is about? Well, this is a very good question. Part 5 is a long text with 6 comprehension questions. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. The text, as you can see in the picture, is so long, and the answers all seem to be the same. It's a test of concentration, understanding, and of your patience. Do you remember the time you saved in parts 1 to 4? You might learn some of it right here. 5 rules of thumb. So, the next part, I'll be sharing with you my best 5 strategies in order to deal with this kind of question. Number 1, read everything. And what I mean by that is it's not enough to read the text carefully. You have to read the questions and answers carefully too. 2. The answers are sequential. The answers to question 5 comes after answer to question 4 in the text. 3. The only exception might be the 6th question. Sometimes it asks you a question about the whole text. Another reason to read the questions carefully. 4. Leave your own ideas and biases at the door. You might be an expert in the topic. If anything, this is a disadvantage. You have to read the text for what the writer says, not what you assume he says. And 5. Answer always question your answers. Overconfidence is especially dangerous in this part of the exam. Okay? And finally, one additional rule, read a lot in English. Nothing beats reading. So if you want to succeed in this part of the exam, you must read a lot. And as I mentioned before, you must be reading by now 1 article every day. Okay? Now, these are my 2 most important warnings in this section. I have been teaching this for almost 5-7 years. Okay? And I know what works and what doesn't. And I always, or most of the time, I see these mistakes made by my students. So I don't want you to make the same mistake again. All right? So check this out. Warning number 1. Who? Imagine a text that describes how George Lucas irritated his fans by changing Star Wars. Then there is a question. How did George Lucas feel about the new version of Star Wars? Option A, irritated. Well, let me tell you something. The answer cannot be A because it was the fans who were irritated. So for that reason, guys, you must read the questions carefully. Most of the questions are kind of tricky. So you need to be aware, okay, of all of this. Warning number 2, and I call this one the most. Why? Well, simply because questions like these are common. What was his main field of interest? What was his most valuable painting? Which subject did he specialize in? The text might mention several interests, multiple paintings, many subjects, but only one is the main, only one is the most valuable, only one is his specialty. So, again, you must be alert, okay? And in order to be alert, in order to be aware, you gotta read the questions and options carefully. All right? Now, let me finish this video with my blueprint. That is to say, the set of steps I recommend you to follow in order to ace on these kind of questions. Number one, read the title and speculate what the text will be about. This is so important, okay? I'm going to repeat this several times. Activating your previous knowledge on every text before you read it, it's crucial, okay? Number two, skimming. That is to say, read the text quickly just to get the main idea of it. Three, highlight keywords in the text and questions, okay? So it's very important, guys, to determine which are the main ideas in the text. And it is your duty to do that, okay? Four, eliminate obviously wrong answers, okay? So, yes, that's a fact. You will be given four options. So, three options out of the four will be distractors. So, you need to be alert, okay? You need to identify these distractors from the very beginning. Five, watch out for warnings. And six, select the right answer. And if you had the time, I highly recommend you to read the text again and check your answers. Verify if the answers you chose were correct or not. Now, how much time do you have for all of this? Well, technically, you got 10 minutes, okay? But you could use the extra time that you save in the first four questions of the reading and use of English, and you could go to 12 to 15 minutes, only if the text demands that amount of time, okay? However, I would highly recommend you to just spend between 8 to 10 minutes to work on these kind of questions, which is the reading, all right? So that's it for this video. I hope you found the information so valuable. And the most important thing, guys, here is to take massive action. So I want to see you guys in the live sessions. Okay. So check the calendar, check the time, and see you right there. God bless you. Bye.